Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Or is it Wednesday? I can't even remember what day it is. Let me look at my calendar. It is Wednesday. Yay! How are y'all doing? Huh? Well, let me tell you. I get up this morning and we let the puppies out, right? And I went to the corner of my courtyard and I looked outside, and inside I could see something inside the she shed that's out in the back, And I looked, and it was Harry, the kitty cat. She had been locked up in the she shed all night. And her little white paws, I think she must have 6 paws. I mean, 6 little toes, ooh, little white feet like that. What happened is yesterday, remember when the girls were over visiting with their Meemaw? And so they went out to have popcorn and, watch TV out in the she shed. Well, evidently Harry went with them because he's a little girl too. I mean, she's a little girl too. And evidently she went to sleep and they forgot where she was, or she hid out or something. So this morning she says, I want out. She was hungry and thirsty. So I called my sister to let her know, because it's her she shed, So I went over and visited my sister just a tad. And we've had some really luscious rain. We have had some storms, yes we have. And, but nothing, drastic. Nothing that we can't deal with at this time. But this morning it's beautiful. It's 60-something degrees outside. Everything is green. And, after a rain, it's so refreshing. So refreshing. So anyway, I've got the Over the Hill cup. When I was over at my sister's, I fixed me a cup of coffee. I can't believe I shuffled over there this morning in my house slippers. I think I'm pretty well done for walking today. It was a miracle. I'm blessed though, when I'm able to get around and get out of my apartment without falling down. But anyway, I got my coffee, and today I'm going to have to clean this apartment. I don't know how one person that can't even get around makes such a mess. Everywhere I look is yarn. Everywhere. I look over there, is yarn on the couch. Look over here at the table, there's yarn on the table. If I look that way into the bedroom, there's yarn on every surface. It's like no matter where I go in my apartment, there's yarn. Except, guess where not? There's not any in the bathroom. There's not any around the sink or the stove. So I am sort of, very, what is that word? I'm very, very influenced by where my yarn should be, but not in the kitchen. Even though my whole house is basically around the kitchen. But, so I do have to pull this stuff together. To wash my sheets, so I'm going to have to make that bed, which is a big chore for me to make a bed. Most of the time I fall down on top of it, trying to make a bed. Oh, but it makes you stop and think, you can just fall. At least you're not falling on the floor, you're falling on a bed. And yesterday when the girls were over, my grandniece and her little friend were here, and they saw my crochet lap Afghans I had made, little lap throws. And that bright yellow one, the girl, she says, I want that, I love that, and I gave it to her. I was so happy. She wanted that bright yellow. So anyway, she has that. And then Sarah Kate picked out the one that has the multicolored greens. Not greens, pinks in it. So I was glad that they had been given someone who wanted them. And that's usually how it works, isn't it? When you make something. You're either making it for someone you have a plan for it, or you're making it and somebody will come in your life, walk in your door, and say, I like that. Now, I should put a sign on the front door saying, if you lie about you liking something, be sure to tell me, because you're going to get it. You know, if they're just trying to be nice to me and say, oh, I like that a lot, and they really don't like it at all, and I give it to them, but they're going to have to live with that lie the rest of their lives, or until they end it off. No, I generally think that if they think they like it, and they do like it, I will give it to them. Yes, I will. Of course, now when I run out of yarn, I don't know what I'm going to do, but anyway. I still got yarn to do. I still got a box of yarn. So I'm working the way through it. Might not be the best colors for me, but I'll just keep doing it like you guys said. You know, just keep putting it together. But today, honestly, I'm going to have to straighten up today. How do you get yourselves motivated to straighten up when you can sit down and crochet? Oh, you're more disciplined than I am. It's so hard to get up from crocheting and do other things. It really is for me. I don't know why. Now, I'll mop the floor once a week if I can with that Swiffer mop. Sometimes it takes longer than that. And I'll vacuum maybe once a week. And if I can. I've got this little tiny vacuum cleaner. You've seen me do the video on it. But some days I can't walk at all, so I don't do anything except crochet and, you know, fix my meals in the microwave and coffee. And that's what I do. But yes, I'm trying to talk myself into cleaning the apartment. Now it's going to be raining all day, thunder showers all day, and it will be a good day to stay in and crochet. So my sister comes over yesterday. Remember I was telling you that I was looking into reading books, you know, where you read books for Audible or this company called ACX or something through Amazon that you can read books and you get paid by the hour to read books. So they can sell them on Audible and stuff. So I had looked at it, you know, like 4 or 5 months ago. And started thinking about all the things I was going to do to see if I could read books. Because then I could bring in a little extra money since I'm on Social Security. Well, she come over and she said, did you see the link I sent you? And I said, no. She says it's AXC or AXS or whatever. And said, I sent that to you, so you might want to try it to make you some extra money. Because I want some extra money. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck just like everybody else. Now that's sad, isn't it? It's sad to want more. That's what I want. I want more. I want money I can buy yarn. Because most of the yarn's given to me. You know, to actually go and shop for some kind of pretty yarn, you know, actually have a choice on what I have. And I do have a choice. I mean, most of the yarns I get are different colors, you know. But I'd like to have some of those new variegated colors that are so pretty together, and I don't have to worry about blending them and everything. But eventually, anyway, get back. So last night I got on YouTube and I started watching about how to read these books, you know. Well, I've got the earphones, you know, the earphones and the speaker thing that I had bought at a garage sale for $5. And I've got that laptop in there that I'm still trying to learn to use. It's got Windows on it. I don't know. And one of the people on YouTube said that Windows had a recorder on it and an editor. So I'll see if that's true. If I could ever find it on that computer. Windows is just so hard for me. I just don't understand it yet. And I thought, well, what you do is from what I understand, is you have to audition. So you practice reading your books, and then you upload them. First thing you do is you register yourself as a narrator. And then you select something to read, and you put your profile up there. Then you go and pick out a book you would like to read, and you read an excerpt of some kind. I don't know if it's from that book or what. I didn't get that detail. And then you upload it to that book that's asking for readers. And then whoever owns that piece of property, like the book, who wrote it, the author, whoever's doing it selects you. And then you get paid by the hour or royalties. So I thought, we'll just give it a try. So anyway, I'm in that process of trying to figure out, I'm going to do it. It may not work, but I am going to do it. It's just like I did with YouTube. I thought about it and tried to figure it out, and then YouTube made it so easy. Then, just like that, first video I put up there, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm either going to do it or I'm not. Well, that's been 4 years ago, and I'm still doing it. I don't know how to edit very well. And my content is not very good. It's not popular with everybody, evidently. But the souls that I've met has been a reward to me. That's you guys, that's you guys. You're my reward, and I didn't do anything major except reach out, and your open hearts just gave me a hand and said, okay, I'll listen to you for a while, gave me the opportunity. And I appreciate that very much. So I'm going to a next experience in my life. Life's not over until we're through. If we don't get up in the morning, then we're through. God's called us home. But until then, I want to meet people. I want to have joy. I want to have opportunities. I want to try things that are new, even from this rocking chair, or my hover round, or my walker, wherever I am, which is mainly in this room, in this apartment. But still, life goes on, and we have to keep going, no matter what. When I think of the past, it makes me happy, and I shouldn't be in the past all the time, because there's some funny stories out there, and you've got some too, I'm sure, that have happened that you've done in your lifetime. I know you have. The most amazing thing to me is when I went to Philadelphia with, I was the assistant treasurer of a Methodist church here in Arkansas, and we traveled because we had to, have conferences for the treasurers and stuff. So I went to Philadelphia, and that was the most awesome experience. Of course, every year there was some conference somewhere that I needed to attend. And I can remember touching the Liberty Bell. And it was dark, and they took us on a tour, all of us treasurers, Methodists. And when I touched that Liberty Bell, history flashed through my head, through my mind. I mean, it just, everything I'd ever seen or read just flushed into my head. It was like a magic what they call those, the magic ball. What do you call those? I mean, it was just everything. And to this day, it just, oh, my heart just sort of shivers a little bit, like it touched time. And this has been, oh, back in the 80s anyway. So it's been a long time ago, but I still remember it. Remember that feeling and the way it flushed through my mind. Awesome. Just totally, totally awesome. So every time you've done something, I mean, if you've gone to Hawaii, I mean, the first time I saw Pearl Harbor, they were making the movie Pearl Harbor when I was there. Across the way from you know, where they had ships underwater. That were, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go in there because it was so heart-wrenching to me. Heart-wrenching. But Pearl Harbor was like, of all the things I saw in Hawaii, Pearl Harbor, the sounds, the quietness of it, the quietness, and knowing all those men were underwater in those ships, and seeing these Navy people all in their uniforms everywhere, and them filming it across the way, across the bay there. I'll never forget that. Now, it was just a little minute in time. It was just several hours of my life, my whole life, and I remember it very well. So I'm sitting right now, I'm having over-the-hill cup from my sisters that I have to return, of course. Talking to you. Hi. I'm getting a little emotional. Let me get over that. You guys are fantastic. Fantastic. I love you for being there. I won't keep you any longer. I don't have a funny story or anything like that today. Just, I've got to clean this house. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Oh, no. Help me, guys. Help me. Come clean my house. But that's okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. I might have to crochet a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. I love you guys. Continue on. I was going to do comments, but I'll do them at break time. How about that? Okay. Bye-bye. Remember, God has you in his hands. Pray for Mother Earth. Take care of the bees. And you be you, and I'll be me. And remember, you're special and you are loved. And if you are not loved, it's because they have not met you yet. Bye-bye.